o'clock, Texas lawmakers will decide this week whether to allow state-funded adoption and foster care agencies to refuse their services based on religious beliefs.
It would mean faith-based groups receiving your tax dollars could choose which children to help and which potential parents to reject.
KXAN's political reporter Phil Prayson joins us with an in-depth look at why religious groups say they need it.
Well, Robert and Shannon, many families have strong views on traditional marriage, abortion, and vaccinations, and current state law doesn't always agree with them. That's why lawmakers are debating whether to keep a strict standard on funding agencies that have those values. Andy Deloney and Brandon Robert have successfully adopted 4 siblings into their family.
And we have seen them grow from, kids who were having a difficult time managing anything in their lives to kids that are now doing wonderfully great things.
But they worry future parents like them will have fewer choices of services than straight parents if this bill becomes law.
Makes it more difficult to do the job that we're already struggling to do as a society, which is to look out for the kids.
We shouldn't be asked to check our faith at the door in order to serve.
Jennifer Allman from the Texas Catholic Conference of Bishops says they want state funding to place more Catholic children in Catholic homes.
Best interest of the child is to be placed in a home that most closely mirrors their cultural and religious identity. That's clear, and this bill makes sure that there's the right amount of homes for the diversity of Texas.
It says, I as a provider get to put my thoughts and feelings above you as a child. And again, that's just not how our child welfare system is supposed to work.
The crux, says Will Francis with the National Association of Social Workers, is these agencies would get your tax dollars.
And so to say I will and won't follow certain laws is really concerning to us.
The state says they need more families to adopt like Andy and Brendan. But it's unclear if this proposal would bring in more parents or turn them away. Some important context here is Texas needs parents. 1 out of 4 children in the child welfare system is waiting placement. That's around 7,000 children. Robert?
It is worth noting this bill would have violated the old Bill of Rights for youth in Texas foster care, but the Department of Family and Protective Services changed the language earlier this year. Take a look at this. Clause 5 used to read, I have the right to fair treatment, whatever my gender, gender identity, race, ethnicity, religion, national origin, disability, medical problems, or sexual orientation. In February, the words gender identity and sexual orientation were removed. It's been shortened again to, I have the right to be treated fairly. Clause 11 on religion once promised foster children a choice to practice or not to practice. It's been shortened to one line, reading, to have religious needs met. In February, ADFPS spokesperson told KXAN News the language was modified so that it would be consistent with the standards that we have established for the care and treatment of foster children. The agency denied any knowledge of any political motivation for the changes.
We are following